Hey everyone, this is Al Acterys here, Managing Director of Architecture and Platforms here at FP Automation. Welcome back to our series on government contract planning within Microsoft Fabric, powered by Acterys for planning. In this video, we will be talking all about firm fixed price revenue, or percentage complete, which is another typical contract type that is typically seen within the world of government contracting. So similar to the cost plus revenue and T&M revenue modules that we covered, we'll also be looking at contracts that have a contracted value, and then we will be looking at how to model that particular contract over the lifetime of the contract from its projected start date to the projected end date here. What we also have right here is we also have a current profit projection of this project, along with what the break even and then what a typical fee would look like if we were to charge this particular amount for this particular project, and what profits could look like overall for the project itself. In addition, we also have the ability to be able to edit the contract value for this particular contract. Say, for example, we wanted to change this to 4.3 million. So again, modeling what that contract value could potentially be looking like for it, and then what that would look like. Now with firm fixed pricing, what we generally have the ability to do is just model out what the project's revenue will look like based on a percentage of complete of costs. So in other words, if the total costs that we're projecting for this project are roughly, in this case, 4.1 million, then what we will be doing is comparing that 4.1 million to each total cost bucket, taking the direct labor, non-labor, and total indirect costs, adding those together and seeing what that percentage is that is completed, and then charging revenue accordingly, giving the company the ability to see what revenue projections should look like over time for this particular project and how they should be modeling it. So compared to T&M and cost plus, firm fixed pricing is generally already pre-calculated based on the contract value, but we have the ability, of course, to model new contract values if we would like to see what would happen in certain situations when we were to charge more and how that would affect gross profitability of the company. The most important thing to take away from these three specific modules right here, cost plus T&M, as well as firm fixed pricing, is that in order to be able to get to a projected revenue calculation, we first need to solve for the direct labor, the direct non-labor, and then indirect labor costs that are then allocated to projects based on which accounts are specifically actually allowed to be allocated as costs to particular projects. Once we have all this information in place, this then sets us up to be able to look at a P&L of the projects to understand where exactly we stand from a profitability standpoint across all projects within the company. So in the next video, what we will be doing is covering project profit and loss statements in order to be able to see holistically what the company looks like per project as well as overall from a profitability standpoint. So thank you, and we'll see you in the next video.